If you want to become a long-term profitable sports bettor, there is one thing you need to understand, learn, and harness because nobody's talking about this right now. Everyone's looking this way, and you need to focus on this. If you can do it using the tools at Oddsjam, you are going to be a very successful sports bettor. Now, if you're stumbling across this video, it's probably because you've seen a bunch of people on Twitter post how much money they've made using Oddsjam, or you're on here trying to figure out what is this Oddsjam about because I want to make some money myself. Or the second reason you found this video is because you like to bet on sports, you watch sports a lot, and you're trying to figure out a way to get an edge so that you can make more money. Whether you're a seasoned veteran when it comes to gambling, or this is your first time and you're just dipping your toes in the water and you're trying to figure out what this Oddsjam is all about, I am going to give you one tip that no one's talking about that's going to make you a very successful sports bettor. So you're like, well, that's great, Billy, but what the hell are you talking about? So yesterday, the Reds played the Brewers, and there was a kid that got called up named Andrew Abbott, the minor leagues, got called up to make his major league debut. Now, anybody with a brain would say, wait a minute, the Reds are playing the first place Milwaukee Brewers in the Central. The game's in Cincinnati, which if you know anything about baseball, Great American Ballpark is a hitter's paradise. Balls jump off the bat in that ballpark. This kid's never pitched in the majors before. I, on the positive EV tool, took his over 5.5 strikeouts. I mean, I had to look up who the hell this kid was until I saw this is making his major league debut. Now, anybody that's watched baseball, knows anything, would say, hey, you know what? We should bet the over on this game. My gut's telling me we should bet the over. Ball's going to jump off the bat. Kid's making his major league debut. First place Brewers. Seems like a simple choice, right? So what happens? The kid goes out and shoves. 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts. I bet it on Fliff over 5.5 Ks. Thank you, Fliff. I'll take that cash. Where am I going with this? This is the number one thing you need to understand, learn, and harness if you want to be a long-term profitable sports bettor using the positive expected value tool over at Oddsjam. And that is your bias, check it at the door. Forget about it. So what do I mean exactly? So we're on the positive EV tool over at Oddsjam, okay? And what I mean by leave your bias at the door, whatever you think you know about sports, forget about it because you don't. I gambled for years without Oddsjam, lost money. But I watch a lot of sports. I think I know a lot about sports. I don't know jack squat. So if you're from Boston and you're a Boston Red Sox fan and you come on here on the Oddsjam tool and you see Yankees minus 1.5, you're going to be like, no way am I ever in my life going to bet on the New York Yankees to win a baseball game. Guess what? You're costing yourself money right now. Forget your bias. Leave it at the door. Now, it's impossible to do, but I wish the EV tool could just say Team A versus Team B. That way, you could forget anything about who's playing and just focus on the data, the numbers, because that's what's important. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a fortune teller. Sports are unpredictable, and that's where opportunity lies. Because all these sports books set their lines independently, there's opportunity because of unpredictability in the sports world, and because sports books set their lines independently, that's where value lies, and that's where you have to grab it. Forget who's playing, whether it's a player prop bet or a team bet. Forget your bias. So if we just forget who's playing and the team names, you just look at the value here. No other sports book has Yankees minus 1.5 even close to plus 165. This is a 6.18% profit margin. It's a pretty tight width, 20 cents, not too shabby. This is what you want. So if you're from Boston and you hate the Yankees, guess what? I hate to break it to you, but the Yankees are going to win a few ball games this year. Wouldn't you want to cash and make that money? Forget your bias. It's hard to do because whatever town, whatever city you're from, you have your predisposition, right? Like this NFL season, I hate the Baltimore Ravens. I'm a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. If the EV tool tells me to bet Ravens minus 2.5 against my Steelers, I'm going to be like, no way, Oddsjam tool. You can't make me do it. But guess what? When there's 3 seconds left on the clock and the game's tied and Justin Tucker hits a game-winning field goal so the Ravens win by 3, man, that sucks that my Steelers lost, but at least I got some cash in my pocket. I mean, this happens all the time without you even knowing it. Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Max Strus goes 0 for 9 from three-point range. What do you think he's going to do in Game 2? He can't shoot. What's he go out do in the first quarter of Game 2? Goes 3 or 4 from downtown. Sports are unpredictable. opportunity lies. No matter how wild you might think this Yankees -1.5 is, if they win 10-1 tomorrow, easiest cash of your life, right? Forget what you know. Leave it at the door. It's the biggest tip that I can give you so that you can become a long-term profitable sports bettor, because two things are going to happen here. One, you're going to look at the line on the EV tool and you're going to talk yourself out of this play because you watch a lot of Yankees baseball and you're like, I've seen this team. They're on a skid, lost their last 7 of 8. No way they're going to be able to cover that -1.5. That's the first thing. Or two, maybe you just hate the Yankees. Maybe you hate Aaron Judge. You can't stand the team with a passion. That's going to cost you money. You're going to skip plays on the EV tool just based off of the teams or the players because you do or don't like them. Or the reverse, there's a play on the EV tool and you're going to bet that even more than the recommended bet size because you're in love with the team. You think the line's great. That's a mistake too. So the biggest problem is everyone is so focused on the teams that are playing when you should be focused on the numbers and the data, because that's all that really matters, right? We're betting Cardinals, Rangers. If you're from St. Louis and you're like, oh, I watch a ton of Cardinals baseball, you shouldn't focus on the teams. Focus on the value that we're getting from the sports books. Look at the sports books. They're all really sharp, right? I mean, all these sports books are making gobs of money off of 99% of American sports bettors right now, except us over here at Oddsjam. We're in that 1%. You know why? Because we don't give a shit who's playing. All we focus on is the odds, the price, the data, its numbers. So it's kind of backwards, right? You go to Oddsjam because you like to bet on sports because you watch sports, but I'm here to tell you, forget the sports. Forget what you know. Focus on the numbers. I know this might not be sexy, right? Betting on teams that you can't stand or players that you don't like. But at the end of the day, this is how you're going to make money betting on sports. All right. It's just plain and simple, because if you don't, you're going to leave opportunities out there on the table and you're going to miss out on some profits. So if you're from Boston, you don't have to tell any of your friends that you bet Yankees -1.5. Just keep that to yourself. Guys, this is what we do here at Oddsjam. We try to educate you on how you can become a sharper, smarter sports bettor, putting more money into your pocket. So if you like this type of content, smash that thumbs up button. Leave a comment and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you never miss another video that we post. Hit up my Twitter down below if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out and slide in my DMs. My name is Billy C. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we're going to catch you in the next video.